I've been learning how to love again. It's like a rush of blood straight to my head. I've been learning how to love again. I can feel it crawling under my skin. Just don't know why it's taking me all this time. Mending all these worn out feelings in my mind. I just wanna love me like you do. I just wanna love me like you do. I've been chasing all these feelings, but I couldn't even hear my truth. I've been running from emotions every time I feel something new. I just wanna I've been learning how to be a friend. I'm not the same like when I used to be. 'Cause now I'm better than I've ever been. Just being me now, you can call it a sin. Just don't know why it's taking me all this time.
Hello. It's Sunday, I think. Is it Sunday? I think it is. I assume so. I mean, I wouldn't be streaming otherwise. Hello, Jen. Hello? Question mark? 2 question marks? 3 question marks? Hope we're good. A billion question marks. I'd love to see. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Picking up where we left off on Wednesday. I streamed for like an hour and a half on Wednesday. I was a little late. It was an eventful week, we'll say. More eventful than usual. So I was a little late on Wednesday. But we're here. It's a Sunday. It's a great day. It's the best 10 out of 10. Probably. Let's get going. It's been really warm. It's been really humid more recently. Which is kind of the big thing for us. At least for me anyways. It's just been really humid. It was in the 90s earlier in the week. It's cooled down now. We had thunderstorms pretty much every night for like the whole week. It wasn't until yesterday it was actually dry. So I was finally able to cut the grass after a couple weeks. Especially because last weekend I missed because both of us had been sick. So anyways, you'll see where we left off. I've started to work on some. I added some more walls here just to help better protect us. If I grab the steak, go get some more rockets over here. We might. No, we actually don't need any more. Go. Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad. It feels like. Unfortunately. All right, here we go. So we were working on some of the walls. Hey, Sandy Stan, good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing good. Doing good. We're working on some of these walls. I've finished a lot of these walls over here, which is nice. So we're gonna start here today. It feels a lot more like a box now, which is nice. A lot more closed in. There we go. So we're gonna be continuing this today. The pattern I've been doing is essentially for the walls. Oh, and there's an ad running. I forgot about the ad at the very beginning. Though I doubt either of you are getting an ad right now. Well, I know Jen isn't. For sure. Well, if you were, that would be a problem. There we go. I think it's been a couple weeks, I think, since I did a Sunday stream, so the shaders feel a little weird, but. Just had the pre-roll. I don't know if it hit me with a mid-roll so soon. Get a pre-roll. You know, pre-rolls should be they should be shut off. I wonder if they did an ad because you were joining like within a certain time period from when the mid-roll would be, if you will. You know, the ad break. There shouldn't be any pre-rolls though. Unless it's something special, like I said, for the ad breaks. The ad break is now over. I'll have to pay attention next time to see if I get a pre-roll again. Yeah, if you're getting pre-rolls, let me know, because you shouldn't be. They should be disabled. Unless Twitch, like, re-enabled them or something. But yeah, it's been an eventful week, I will say. The story Emma wanted me to relay, though I was going to talk about it anyways. It's been a bit of a saga this week, fixing Emma's computer. So, it was part of the reason why my Wednesday stream was late. We were trying to figure out a path forward for that kind of stuff. Long story short, her PC's been overheating. And it's been like to the point where it was shutting off. Like just mid doing something, shut off. She's had a couple of times where even after restarting it, like as soon as it restarts, it would shut off again, which is what led me to believe that it's probably a overheating thing. And then when I was I like turned off, she has some stuff that starts on her PC, like when the PC first boots up, you know, a couple applications also boot up as well, and I disabled those, stopped those from starting on startup, and things got better. We checked the CPU temps for her computer as well, and they were all pretty high. So, open the computer. There's a foam block that's been sitting in there for years. We basically have the same computer. They're both pre-built from CyberPower. So the foam block wasn't the issue, but the foam block was masking the issue. So it's been sitting there for a couple years. It's like, okay, whatever. Let's finally take this out, because we were opening up her computer to clean it out, basically, to see if that was the issue. There wasn't a whole lot of dust in there, to be honest with you. Like, neither one of our computers have had a whole lot of dust in them. And now we're out. Let's go this way now. We'll head over here and work on this a little bit. But when I took the foam block out, both of our CPUs, both have Ryzen 9 5900X CPUs. They have we also have like a water cooling CPU cooler essentially attached to it. When I took the foam block off, the foam block was essentially propping up the CPU cooler. When I took that off, the CPU cooler basically fell off. So I was like, all right, well, this thing isn't actually on. So it's like, okay, well, we need to screw this back on. We looked at before putting it back on, I looked at the bottom of the CPU cooler, and then like there's supposed to be thermal paste, right? There's thermal paste that essentially unites the CPU cooler with the CPU itself. At least they're supposed to be. The thermal paste around the edges was fine, but in the middle there was basically no thermal paste. So I also tried to reattach it just to see if that helped at all, which it didn't. So like, okay, so we need to replace the thermal paste on it, which is fine. So we ordered some thermal paste, got it by Wednesday. Wednesday is when I tried to, when we went back to like actually put the thermal paste on and, you know, cleaned off all the old stuff, and we're getting ready to put that on. But I wanted to test to make sure that we could put the CPU cooler on. And when we did that, there's like these like 2 attachment like things on the sides of the cooler where you can like screw them in basically. They help with the tension to keep the cooler on. I went to screw those, and there are 2 brackets essentially on the motherboard that are on the 2 edges or 2 sides of the CPU cooler that are for the tension that allow you to essentially, you know, screw things down. When we try to screw the CPU cooler back on, there are these little hooks on the sides where like the CPU cooler hooks onto. The hooks twisted off. They were basically almost already off. They just twisted off. So it's like, okay. So our guess, and Emma's much more of the mechanically minded person, so she knows like materials and temperature stuff and all that a lot better than me. What probably happened was the CPU cooler was never actually on. Like when CyberPower built it, they never actually secured it on. And so because of that, what she's thinking is that since it wasn't like actually screwed on properly, any bit of rattling, repeated rattling, probably broke down the structure of the brackets themselves, the hooks, and shattered it basically. And that's also why her PC's been overheating, is because the CPU cooler hasn't actually been attached to the CPU. And so it hasn't actually been doing any cooling. It's probably been like that for a while. We just never really noticed it until her PC started randomly shutting down. My fingers don't worky. An ad just popped up in the shot column. You know when the stream normally is... the stream normally is when an ad is running. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Keep an eye on that though. But yeah, so the brackets broke, so we had to order new brackets. Thankfully, like none of this stuff was very expensive. I think the thermal paste was like $7. The brackets, like I bought 2 different kinds of brackets just to give us options, just in case one of them didn't work or wasn't the right size or something. Total for like 5 sets of brackets was $15. So we spent $22 essentially to fix it. So yesterday is when we got the brackets in. It was a pain for sure to fix it, but after like 30 minutes, because things weren't attaching correctly yesterday, and it's really weird, like things weren't screwing down properly, and so we had to readjust some things. But new brackets are on, CPU cooler's on. We checked her core temps as well, and they're like, for our CPU, we should be idling in the 30s or 40s. What she was seeing before is like if she was moving her mouse a lot, like your idle temperature shouldn't really change at that point. They should be in the 40s if you have nothing else running. That's 40 Celsius, I believe. She was getting up into like the 60s and 70s just from moving her mouse. So we tested that, and there was no change. She was idling in the 40s. If we let the computer sit for long enough, she'll idle in the 30s now. So it's all fixed now. All the temperatures are correct, but yeah, they did not install My guess is that they didn't install the CPU cooler properly, and that's where all these issues came from. So we've caught it now. It's fixed now. We'll see if there's any, you know, long-term damage, but for now it should be fine. Yeah, I didn't want to. Emma's first thought was we should go yell at Cyberpower, and I'm like, I don't know what they're gonna do. One, two, we we can easily fix it. Hey, what's up, Boz? Welcome in, Raiders. How we doing? How was the stream? How were the things? Welcome in, welcome in. Fantastic streamer. If you were here before the stream and haven't followed Boz, make sure you do. Spooky biome. Yeah, so we are working on our Wither Skeleton perimeter. Oh, no, this is not good. I heard that. I ain't dying today. Oh, Boz, you probably haven't seen my my near-death clip from a few streams ago. It was a few weeks ago now. Is there actually a command for it? I don't know if we have actually made a command for it. Maybe you did. Is it death or is that a different clip? You almost died from a berry bush, because that does happen. No, it was much worse than that. Things are good building a tree farm factory. Nice. I need to build a tree farm still. I need that in this world. Yeah, I got down to half a heart from a we were working in this area. It was around here somewhere. A magma cube fell down and pushed me into the lava and then was attacking me. It was pretty bad, I will say. Like, it's probably one of my worst near-death experiences I've ever had, if not the worst. Cause it was a bit ridiculous, to be honest. But we're still here somehow. This is the power of single player though, as I can pause the game and think a little bit. Even if I don't have like the best thoughts, I still have time to have thoughts. So otherwise I definitely would have died there. So since that clip, we've been building walls up here. This is my Wither Skeleton perimeter. I think I started saying that, but there's a Wither Skeleton farm right there. So we're digging out all this area by hand because I've lost my mind. The goal is to make this into some kind of build at some point, but right now I'm just kind of digging out the area. Helps with efficiency, of course, but more than that, I think it's just going to be a cool aesthetic, because the Wither Skeleton farm we have is a Wither Rose farm, Wither Rose based farm, so it's pretty efficient as is, and we've cleared out a lot of the area around here. Like, pretty much everything is on the ground is spawn proofed. There's just lava left, so yeah, I think we have to get the clip afterwards. And I think in the stream I also did like a replay analysis that was basically like, yeah, I really could have done a better job there, but we're here on day 3,556 now. 55, 56. For those not aware, this is my hardcore world. I've had this for over 5 years now. It's an amplified hardcore world. So I'm gonna go over here and spend some time with the Netherrack. Yeah. I think the stream went well from what I gathered, Boz. So thanks for bringing the peeps here. Glad things went well. If you gotta jet out, don't worry. Totally understand. I appreciate you bringing the peeps here. We were talking about, I think when the raid came through, we were talking about a PC experience. Need to fix my wife's PC this week. Which is a whole thing. But I think where I was at with the story. CPU cooler wasn't on. We ended up getting the CPU cooler back on. Applied new thermal paste. Took a while to get it screwed on properly, but now it's on properly. Hello, welcome in, folks. I'm surprised that her computer lasted as long as it did. Without, I mean, I can't tell of there being any real degradation to the processor. We both have Ryzen 9 5900Xs, so they're pretty fast processors. Time will only tell if there's serious degradation to it, but there's nothing that I've seen. And her computer for the last 3, 4, maybe even 5 years. I forget how long she's had it. Hasn't seen any significant issues other than the random shutoffs, which were caused by overheating. So I guess it was part of the raid. I guess so. Welcome in, Arctic. Welcome, Arctic Eli. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate that. I assume you were in Boss's stream before this. Seriously. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Get out. Thank you. Given everything that happened with the computer, I'm considering upgrading the RAM in my PC and hers as well. So I was helping her today as well. She's getting on her work laptop. And I pull up Task Manager because like her Microsoft Teams isn't loading, and I pull up Task Manager and her RAM usage is at 70%. I'm like, how are you at 70%? And now, Eli, I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you, you coming through the raid. Have a good one. Yeah, I don't think computers are supposed to be at 70% RAM utilization. That's like that's a different computer I can't control. But I was looking at even like my computer when I first turned it on has about like a 30 to 35%. I think it's 35. I think it's probably closer to 30% RAM like utilization, which I don't like. We only have 16 gigs of RAM in these computers though, so I was looking at how expensive it might be to upgrade to 32. The recommendations I was seeing online were to get were just to completely replace the RAM in my computer because I have 2 sticks of 8 instead to 2 sticks of 16, which in theory is better, I guess. It's less strenuous on the motherboard, so. But to get good RAM right now, 2 sticks of 16 is like $300 or something. It's some ridiculous number. I think I saw that recently. It's probably because of AI usage. I think it's AI. That RAM prices are higher than they should be. It'd be interesting to upgrade to 64 though. I wonder if 64 is much more expensive than 32. Because I'd have to look at my motherboard specs, but I have 4 slots. I could do 4 slots of 16. 64 gigs of RAM. Would be cool. Not that I need 64 gigs of RAM. I need at least 32 now, but it'd be pretty cool to have. Alright, let's put this in here. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so we filled that in. Where do I want to go next? We've been working on the walls, which are nice. I should probably work on this next, huh? I should probably work on this. Do I want to? Not really. Should I? Probably. This section I should also work on, but I got that section, this section, and that section, and that's basically it for what's hanging down. We could actually probably work on this section now. I don't think there's anything up here that's gonna fall on us now. Might be something up there, but nothing major. So we could go down, but I think I want to go in the middle here and continue work on the walls like we've been doing. Ooh. So I think we'll do that. Aha! Slotted it right in. Whoa. Hello? Go up the side here, maybe. See how far up we can get. Oh, hello! There is a section or something. Go up to here, I think. Where's the edge here? The edge is... Let's see. Up to there, maybe? Probably good enough for a ceiling right there. I'm only trying to go up so high, because we will eventually have to go above this ceiling to continue the dig. 'Cause the goal is bedrock to bedrock. Cleared out. We will eventually have to deal with that, but just maybe not right now. Is this correct? That's correct. Okay. Got the here maybe for now. This will be our little section. Don't do that though. Okay, it was just that little pocket. All right. But yeah, the computer saga has been like the latest thing this week. It just took a while because we had to order stuff and then wait for stuff to get here. It's not easy, especially like the specific brackets we had to get to mount a CPU cooler to a CPU on a motherboard. Like there wasn't any store. I looked around to see if there's a store we could go to. I didn't see any store around us. There might have been some stuff at a Micro Center, but we don't have a Micro Center super close to us, so we'd have to drive a little bit. And even then, I think from what I remember, I didn't see anything, at least online, that was saying that it was there. So we had to order it online, and so it takes a couple days. You know, even with using Amazon, for instance, even with Prime, it still takes, some stuff can be overnighted, but this stuff could not. So it's a pretty niche thing to need. How many people are replacing a CPU fan? It's not even the fan, it was the actual cooling portion of it, the non-spinny thing. The way these liquid coolers work is that there's a part that connects to the CPU that has like, I think it has like it's the main like cooling unit, And then those are attached to a fan, and the fan is what actually spins and does a lot of the cooling. So, ad starting in 5 minutes, by the way. But I wouldn't say that there are a whole lot of people like replacing brackets for CPU coolers. I mean, most people just replace the whole thing. But I mean, the CPU cooler worked fine. No issues with it. It's just it wasn't attached properly. So she had other issues with that desktop though as well. Like it was sent back originally for something was bent or broken on it when they first shipped it to us. I think out of that, there was some issue with it where it ended up getting sent back and they repaired something. Oh, and this was the other thing too. The CPU cooler that is in Emma's computer is not what's listed on the original like purchase receipt. It's not even the same brand. They're supposed to use more of like a stock CyberPower one that they had, and they gave her a Cooler Master instead, which fine by me, but actually I don't even think. Yeah, mine looks like it's CyberPower. You never really know, but unless you actually open it up and look at it. I think my CPU cooler is actually CyberPower. So, either way, let's do this. It's all fixed now. Just a bit of a headache to get it done. Like I said, it's pretty easy once you like understand how it works. The actual process of it is not like super complicated. So the replacement ended up not taking a ton of time total. I find it funny that my computer hasn't really had any. I don't think I've had any heating issues over the years. Even though I've used my computer quite a lot more than she's used hers. You're getting pushed off the edge. I think all my stuff was attached properly. It's, you know, large part of the battle. The only issues I've had with my computer had to do with the faulty cable on my Go XLR Mini, as many people probably remember. I used to have random crashes, or if I even like bumped my Go XLR Mini a little bit, it would my entire setup would crash. That was just a faulty cable though, thankfully. Now apparently my headphones want to. Oh, that's not good. Dash no bueno. There we go. That was weird. I like rotated because I use. I know this is gonna be weird, but I still use like the Apple EarPods. I've always basically used Apple EarPods at this point when on this computer. And so I plug them directly into my Go XLR Mini. And I rotated the plug, and then I couldn't hear anything. So I rotated it back. And then I could hear something. I was like, that's a little weird, but okay. By the way, I think the ad's about to start. FYI, for anyone who might be... Yeah, ads are starting. I wonder how many netherrack I've placed at this point. Wait, there's no items placed? There's crafted. I guess used? 14,000 netherrack. That has to be it, because I don't know what else it would be. Still crafted more. I've still crafted more black stained glass than pretty much anything else. That's crazy. I'm getting up there with the mine, the blocks mined as well. I've picked up more basalt than anything else at this point. Welcome back from the ads, by the way. Should be done by now. This song's playing. This is We Love Too. Forgot about this song. I remember the original from a long time ago. Is that? I've definitely been there, right? Had to. A chain. Interesting. I don't really need any of this, so we're just gonna keep this here. There's a looting 3 gold sword and a mending chestplate. That's wild. It's a random ruin. Okay. There we go. Whoop. For any Critical Role fans out there, by the way, we've been watching Vox Machina season 4 on Netflix. We're a little disappointed because we were gonna watch more. So good, yeah. We were gonna watch more this weekend, but we finished episode, what was it, 6 yesterday, and then I feel like Prime kind of jebaited us because it had like all the descriptions of the remaining episodes on there. So we thought, and it didn't say like, oh, coming soon or anything on it. So we were thinking, oh yeah, we can watch next episodes next. We went to go click on the next episode and it was like, actually no, this isn't released till Wednesday. So it's like, really guys? You couldn't have said something earlier? It's 3 a week? Okay, so we'll get 3 more this week. Aww. What more than that? You baited me. They're pretty easy to binge. I mean, they're 30-minute episodes. So it took 3 hours total. You know, they're super easy to binge. Yeah, I see you. I know, it sucks. We'll survive. Yeah, we've been watching those. I think we watched the first 6 episodes this week. I think it's all been this week. We did like 2 a day, I think, for basically 2 a day. I think we actually did 3, 2, 1. I think we did 3 the first day, 2 the second day, and 1 yesterday. It's because we were like, oh, it looks like they're all ready, and they're not all ready. Well, I'm sure they're ready. It's just they're not being released all at the same time. Watched the latest 3 this morning. Yeah, they're super easy to binge like that. And we're adults with free will, so we can do that. As a kid, I probably would have had to, you know. I remember like cartoons as a kid. They're not, you know, this isn't cartoons, but it's animation, and so there's shorter episodes and whatnot. And I was allowed like 1 episode a day. As an adult, I could choose however many episodes I want to watch in a day. Adult cartoons. Yeah, in a lot of ways. Uh-oh. We at the top. I looked at an Enderman. Why would I do that, you say? I don't know. But here we are. Don't know why I did that. Gotta be real careful right here. Probably should just do this one next. Look at this section. Nope. You're coming after me. I know you are. I know you are. So you're probably wondering how I got here. I do that every day. Yeah, we should do this next. This would be wise, I think. This would be wise, is to bridge this gap. It looks like I do have haste here. Where is this corner at? Like, there's a corner somewhere around here, right? Yeah, it's right here. So what I probably want to do is save off this corner. So we've got negative 430. Negative 432, 816. I think it's gotta be like right around here. Negative 432. Right there. $807. So inside here is fine. We can take some of this out. Negative 432. It's coming for me. 816 would be there. So the corner is right here. I see. Okay. Let's do negative 432, 816. Okay. We're outside of the range now, but something goes around me that I do not like. Yes, thank you, Jen. So this little corner. This little corner, okay. Not fun. Oh, there we go. We got haste. There we go. So this is a border right here. Okay. Beautiful. Playing Stardew and watching a video for like an hour, and my highest average temp is 46. Nice. Yeah, that's what I was seeing online, is like it shouldn't be that hot to do those two things. If you play a game that's like super graphics intensive, or a game that's super CPU intensive, it might be. Plus streaming, plus whatever. Like for instance, I don't know what my temps are right now, but I bet they're not great. Let's see. This is done. We are good there. Actually, open core temp, I'd probably be able to see. Let's see. Yeah. No, I want the new version. Yeah, my average temps are in the 70s. Which streaming and playing Minecraft makes a lot of sense, because Minecraft's a very CPU intensive game. Being in the 70s is fine, extended periods of time. Once you get up to the 80s and like if you're like peaking at 90 a lot, that's bad. And my average is basically, well, for core 0 and core 1 average is about 77, 78 degrees Celsius. All the other cores are anywhere between low, like 71, 72, all the way down to like 60. So we did good. We did good, kid. We did good. I was telling Stream I don't know if there are any long-term effects of any issues. I mean, we'll see, but it didn't seem like. I mean, the fact that your attempts go right back to a reasonable level, and you're not seeing any performance issues so far. You know, I figured by now we would probably see something. Like if there were long-term effects of not having the CPU cooling done correctly. So far, I'm hearing nada, you know. We'll end it here. Yeah, if it gets too hot, it shuts off, right? It's amazing to me how much wear and tear these things can take. Or just generally how most things in life. Like, if you just kind of listen when like the bad things happen, you're usually fine. Most things can kind of tolerate a certain level of, I wouldn't say abuse, but like wear and tear. Stress is the better word. Most things can take a certain level of stress. Good reliability design, spoken like a true engineer. Heh. Make sure that when a problem is starting, it's really that it's really obvious, so it gets fixed before things go big wrong. Yeah. Fair point. There we go. If we didn't start shutting down, we wouldn't have figured this out on our own, so gotta give props to engineers that designed the board. Yep. Put an automatic shut off if the temperature gets up over a certain degree number. And also knowing what that number is, right? Like half the battle is just like people not knowing. So what's a good number to start shutting things off at. And we don't actually know if it was overheating or not, but I guess it probably was. Alright, let's go on this wall. You go bye-bye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. You're done, 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 you're done. Da 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 da. Beautiful. The wall is here. There's another one right here. All right there. So the wall is here. Let me get those. It's kind of weird to think about how many things in our world would not work without good engineering. Or how many things, I guess, we take for granted that are engineered well. Right? Like, that's an example of one. Where most people would probably look at that and be like, oh, so it's doing what it's supposed to do. But I've done enough engineering at this point to know that not everything does what it's supposed to do. Actually, a lot of things don't do what they're supposed to do. And I don't know if it's the CPU that shuts it off at that heat level, or if it's the motherboard has something in it, or whatever it is. I'm gonna guess it's the CPU. Probably has something in it that says if I detect a temperature over, or a sustained temperature probably over X figure. I think the number I saw online was 105 degrees Celsius. There's probably a time duration to it. If I detect, you know, a temperature over 105 degrees Celsius for a minute, I shut off. Or 30 seconds or whatever it is. If it's sustained, then we shut down. I think it's pretty easy to take those kinds of things for granted. When I have seen engineering work, well, one, I've seen the work that goes into engineering, but two, I've seen engineering work that's not good. Or some people would be like, ah, it's fine. That'll never actually happen, then it happens. Or people who just like don't know to do that, or don't know what the right way to do that is. So it's pretty cool that something, I mean it makes sense. Something as fundamental as to what we do as a CPU has those kind of safeguards. Makes sense, but probably something in this day and age we just take for granted, the quality of engineering that has to go into that to make that safe. Takes a lot of time and effort. Ad breaks are in about 5 minutes, by the way. Already an hour in, jeez. Yeah, already an hour in. That's wild. Probably should. We already talked about this. Emma and I did, but I probably should replace the thermal paste on my CPU at some point. They allegedly don't last forever. Makes you think about the fact that if I ever want to use my old PC, I should probably replace the thermal paste on that, or just double check, make sure everything works and is tuned the way that it should be before I actually start using it again. If I were to do that. I'm not saying I will or won't, like, start using my old PCs again, but something to consider. Already up here. Oh. That was quick. Actual wall. There we go. Get out. There we go. I'm gonna do this, I think, all the way across here. And then build up. To where the previous wall was now. And this goes here, and that goes there, and those go all the way up. Okay. Build this wall all the way up. This will help a lot with the magma cubes that like to jump off. Be able to work in this area a little better. Think of these as like the safeguards that turn off the PC if it gets too hot. Actually, this actually just prevents the PC from even getting too hot, quote unquote. This just stops the magma cubes from even being able to jump over. There you go. Little corner here. We jump down here, start working on this edge. It's not falling a hole though or something. Ad break's going. Alright, we got our one lava hop today. No more. We got our one, that's it. I love how I freaked out a little bit at first and I was like, oh wait, I'm not taking any damage. That's interesting. And then replace it. And now we are secure. Name is Joe, how's it going? Welcome in. Hopefully you're doing well today. It's going. You're doing great. Great. Awesome. Fantastic. Waiting on your Panda Express to arrive. Nice. I feel that. Could not get here sooner. Did you order like DoorDash, or are you waiting for like someone else that you know to pick it up and bring it? Because if it's something like DoorDash, I like watching the little order status. DoorDash, yeah. We don't DoorDash a lot, but we did recently, and it's so funny watching the driver sometimes, because we had one order that was like not too far from our house, where it said that they picked it up like really quickly, and then it showed the car on their way to our house, and then it like stopped giving updates, and then it showed the car back at back at the restaurant for like another like 15 minutes, and then eventually got back to us. I was like, how much you want to bet they forgot something? Because we got the picture, because they text you a picture or whatever of like, here's your order when they first pick it up, and we got that super early. But I was like, how much you want to bet they forgot something? Play a little game with the estimated time as well, just to see when they'll actually get there. What are we working on though? So we've been working on this nether perimeter for a little while now. Essentially, I'm doing a little project for my Wither Skeleton farm, where I dig out a whole bunch of area, create a little perimeter around the Wither Skeleton farm. So we're working on digging that out. As part of that, to kind of help with the digging process as well, I'm building up these walls here as well at the edge of the perimeter to prevent magma cubes and other baddies from jumping over and killing us. So kind of my Walmart yesterday, I missed like 6 items. Oof. Yeah. Unfortunately. We had an order recently, this one we picked up, where they forgot, it was, usually Chick-fil-A does a good job. However, this time, we ordered 2 12 pieces, and they gave me 1 12 piece and 1 8 piece. Like, okay. And then there's 2 drinks with it, and they forgot a straw. And I'm like, guys, what are we doing? What's happening today? You're usually fine. Though anytime we get anything from Popeyes, the thing I always make sure, because I typically go pick things up. We DoorDash every once in a while, but I usually go pick up the food. So when I go to pick up from the Popeyes that we normally get stuff from, I just always make sure that they give us the right amount of sauces, because historically they forget. We add on like an extra sauce that doesn't because you only allow like a maximum of 2, and they have to pay for the extra one. Okay, whatever. We'll pay for it, fine. Something on that side of the wall. But I go in and make sure, I go and check the bag before I leave the store, just to make sure that like they have everything, and like without fail, like I'd say 80% of the time, they forget the extra sauce. Excuse me. I'm mostly over my sickness, but there's still a little bit left, so. Every once in a while, I'll have to cough. They never put condiments in the bag anymore. I will say, I think it was our Popeyes that they used to fill the drinks for you, I think, and now I have to fill my own drinks. It's a bit sad, but like when I go to pick up, they just hand me the cups and say, "Here you go, fill it up." Like, not great if I want to just grab my stuff and go, but an extra few minutes, not gonna complain about it. Even more fun thing to watch on an app is when you get like the actual Amazon drivers, where they actually track the deliveries on the app or in your tracking status. We had an Amazon delivery yesterday that I was waiting for, and they had the actual tracking app, and it gives you the number of stops, right? It gives like 5 stops away, 3 stops away, whatever it is. Helps them be pretty accurate when your package will be delivered. Popeyes last night, I had ordered extra biscuits and didn't get them. Driver placed in the front gate instead of at my door. At the front gate, could they? Is it like gated where they don't have a code to it? We used to have issues with the old place that we lived at. You gave them a go, okay. We used to the old place we lived was gated. At least it was weird because like our front door was on a street that they could leave stuff at, but if they were like, our actual address is to our driveway. It was a townhouse, so we had a garage behind the townhouse, but the front door was on the front street. But if you were to plug in the address, it would take you through like a gated section into the parking lot. We'd have a number of Amazon drivers who would like stop at the gate and like be asking people, or call us and be like, "Hey, let us into the gate." It's like, you do realize you can just leave the package at our front door, right? Like we have a front door right there. And so I can't remember if I started doing it or if I just kind of let it go or whatever, but it was a mixed bag. Like some drivers would leave packages at the front door. Some drivers would leave packages, if they could get behind the gate, they'd leave them at the driveway. I think it was also really weird because we technically had 2 different addresses for our house. There was the one attached to our driveway, and then there was one attached to the front street, and the driveway was off a different road than the front street was, so it was the same house, just technically 2 different addresses, which I think also confused people. Yeah. It was also confusing because like there were Amazon drivers who we got plenty of whether it's Amazon or other packages to our driveway, which is behind the gate. But there were also still a number of people, and like we didn't have to give anybody a code or anything. Like they either already had a code, or they figured out some other way to get in. And we lived at like a big it was a townhouse, but it wasn't like a privately rented one. Like it was part of a much bigger apartment complex. that have had both apartments and townhomes. So like, in my mind, I'm like, can the leasing office just like not give? Does the leasing office not give people codes? Like, why do some get in and some don't? Because I would watch some of them actually put in codes and whatnot and get in, and I would watch some of them like not have anything. It's like, why is this so inconsistent? My only guess is that just if it's Amazon in particular, you know, Amazon contracts out some of their driving. I mean, some people work for Amazon and some people are contractors, so some of them had access and some of them didn't, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so we started putting stuff like, hey, put things at the front door, because you don't need a code to leave stuff at the front door. And like, there was nobody, at least our experience living where we did, is that no one ever stole packages from us. I heard other things for the apartments, but for trying to think, for the townhome that we lived in, no one ever, like, even off the front porch, no one stole anything off of it. We had packages get mixed up all the time, where we had a neighbor's package at our front door, or our package at a neighbor's front door. There were also, I can't remember if they're Amazon lockers or there were a different kind of lockers that people could put packages in a nearby building that we had access to as well. So there's just like a million different ways to deliver it. We're always maybe surprised when people would ask for combinations for things, because I'm like, I think there's another way. Maybe some people put their code in the instructions because I do. Maybe. The only nice thing about the gate was just that the parking lot that the gate protected was never full, because it wasn't open to the public, so it was only residents. Other than that, I mean, we had the gate break a couple of times and like take a while to fix. And if the gate broke, we actually had no other way into the parking lot, and so it was basically one entrance. There was another entrance as well, but we couldn't get into it for some reason. We had like a little clicker basically in order to click the gate open, and it wouldn't work on the other gate. There was one point where the gate broke so badly that one of our neighbors actually went out and just like took the gate off and put it off to the side and said, "Here you go, now you can get in," because like nobody could get in otherwise, because the leasing office didn't. I think they knew about it, just hadn't gotten around to fixing it or something. I don't know. We don't live in a gated community or anything now, so it's kind of the nice thing. Obviously, I guess bad thing, depends on how you look at it, but to some people definitely a bad thing is anyone and everyone can park off of our street or in front of our house or whatever now. So that's how most people live. I mean, I don't think most people live in gated communities, so. Both the places that we lived before where we live now, though, both had gates. Problem with gates is that, like I was saying, they break. I think both places we lived had extended periods of time where the gates broke and had to get fixed. Your place doesn't have gates? Cool. Yeah, leaving something at a gate though is kind of wild. I don't think we ever had someone do that. DoorDash now. He's trying to enter the wrong gate, and the gate I do not have the code to. Yeah, we had that before too, where people will like get confused as to which gate to go into, because there were multiple gates for different parts of the complex. So seeing people like, or watching through an app, or even just like look outside the window and seeing people try to figure out was kind of funny. Usually get the call or the text though, like, hey, I'm trying to get it and let me in, kind of thing. Lucky for us, I could literally step outside of our house, walk like 20 steps and be at the gate. So a lot of times I could like literally stick my head out and just use our clicker to open the gate if someone asked me to. So I understand why our complex had a gate. It was to keep people from outside of the community from parking there, but it's also in large part because we were off of a fairly major road, like almost directly off of a fairly major road. So you could get all kinds of people parking there if you didn't gate it. Where we live now, though, isn't really off of a major road, so. And where we live now is probably built before most places use a lot of gates. We don't live in a super nice place either, so. I mean, it's fine. It's just, you know, not like a quote-unquote luxury area. Definitely not larger homes or newer homes or anything like that, so. Gonna fill in these areas next, I think. The walkthrough gates needs to input a code. Gotcha. Alright, go rescue the driver. Yeah, I'm here. Whoa. Still the edge here, yes it is. Oh, I don't like that sound. Okay, we're good. Just have to keep an eye out for any more magma cubes. I'm gonna stop here. Fell. I'm gonna guess that, yeah, I came from here probably. There's some spaces up there where a magma cube could fall down, but I'm gonna guess it was, well, it could be up there. I'm gonna guess it was right here though. He found you, nice. GG, driver. Go here, I think. We don't want to deal with any of this, tell you that. do not care what is beyond this wall. We do not care. Alright, there we go. We start here. Hope some. See how far we can get. Coming this way, don't you knock me off. I see you looking at me. Don't be looking at me. Not allowed to look at me. Go away, buddy. Yeah, there we go. Fell into the hole. Ha 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 ha. You done. Magma cube that made its way outside of this border, though. That one down there. The one to the right there as well. So this is why we need this wall, so we can not have to worry about the magma cubes while we're trying to dig the rest of this. Long ways to go. We're out of that. Okay. Let's go put this stuff away. We'll come back for that wall. Alright, our blackstone is gonna go here. Magma cream, magma blocks. Netherrack goes in there. Alright, let's get some more, I think, rockets while we're here. Ooh! That scared me. Don't be doing that, Enderman. That's mean. Don't be scaring me like that. I had one here that jumped off, but we're good now. Can't be that far out of range. There we go. Gotta say, I didn't think I was that far gone. Keep on my pickaxe as well. Make sure we don't go over 334. We're still good. Coming ad break in 5 minutes, by the way. Reminder, we do these ad breaks so we don't get pre-rolls. Basically, so. This allows most, if not everybody, to come into, well, it should be everybody, to come into streams and not have the pre-roll ads, which could be kind of a deterrent. So, minute and a half every 30 minutes. So 3 minutes every hour of stream. 3 minutes of ads for every 1 hour of stream. Nothing terrible. So my goal is for it to not be too terrible. I think it mostly fits that category. The stream still goes and I still do things while the ads are running, but nothing significant. I try not to do anything of significance in that minute and a half anyways. There's nothing more frustrating than missing a significant thing while an ad's playing in the background. Here. Oh, we got Haste 2 back. Go. Ooh, ooh. There we go. And we'll fill that hole in. I think I accidentally hit that. We need to clear this out, so this will probably be next. Get these walls up. Bring the wall all the way around here. Make the most sense. However, we're gonna keep the basalt in my inventory. We're gonna use that for wall material. We're gonna go put some of this stuff in the storage, and then we're gonna go repair my pickaxe, I think. I think is what we're gonna do. I think that makes the most sense. Alright. The blackstone goes here. And the netherrack goes here. Beautiful. Pickaxe repair time. Got a lot of the stream out of this pickaxe today. You what, like an hour and a half? That's pretty good. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Drop, 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 drop. I really like that. Even just the aesthetic of it, being able to just see a wall, helps us feel much more like a perimeter and a lot less like just open space. Quite like it. Alright, we're gonna go wait below deck. Down here. On a limb. Ad starting just a few seconds, by the way. Just so you know. We will be here repairing my pickaxe. Is the goal, and then we're gonna head to go to the wall. Coal goes in there. Back down under. I think this helps a little bit with the farm, maybe. I feel like it helps with the farm. Maybe it doesn't, but I feel like it does. Look at all that space. We're like over halfway done with this side of the wall. That's crazy. Similarly over here, this is definitely over halfway. There's a lot of space over here that won't even really need a wall put in place because it's already all covered. I think. Yeah, you can see a lot of that space right there. It'll need portions of it filled in, but nothing super significant. That has a lot of space that needs filled in. There's a lot of you, apparently. There were a lot of you. Welcome back from the ads, by the way. I think the ad break just ended. Ooh, there's a skull in my inventory. How many skulls do we have now? Let's see. Oh, almost 5 stacks of skulls. Let's go. Beacons for days. We have no excuse now to not have more beacons. Whenever we need a beacon, just come down here. I'm trying to think, do I have beacons just like stacked in here? I've got 4 beacons in here, yeah. We have no excuse for not having beacons, I'll tell you that. No matter what anyone says. We have so many beacons, so many skulls we can use to get withers. Okay, something's going on. Something's not right here. Something can reach the iron golem. I don't know what it is, but something can reach it. Because it's not supposed to be destroyed like that, I'll tell you that. I wonder if I can reach... Oh, let me see. Let's do this, I think. Don't like this. I might need a slab. Bunch of slabs, yeah. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose a slab to the space up there. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose a slab inside the farm. So let's bring some extra slabs. Is it right? It's right about here. I can't reach that. No, I definitely can't reach that. Nah, that's not gonna work. I think this is really dangerous right now. I don't like this. That good? I think that's good. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. That's better. Could use an ender pearl if I wanted to, but you do that. Okay. That makes me feel a little better. I'll have to figure out what's killing the iron golem, but I don't know who can reach it and where. Should probably put a slab on that other post at some point. It is interesting that if we spawn in this corner, it takes a minute for the wither skeleton to path find. But so I don't think skeletons can spawn here. Because my only other thought was like, hey, a skeleton is like spawning in and shooting the iron golem, but I don't think that that's possible. As far as I could tell. There. Give it a little more time. Can barely hear this song. Yeah, this is on my playlist, I guess. Where is this song? This is Riptide. What's a newer song this way? It's a good vibe. Whoa. Love it, love it, love it. Almost there. Should be at over 5 stacks of skulls now. Oh, no, we're close. Super close. That actually might be enough for the skeletons right there. There we go. Alright. Back in my hotbar. We are going on this side. This section of wall right here, I think. Whoa. I don't like this. No bueno. Not a fan. Not a fan. This is bad. Bad, bad, bad. We're gonna be on the edge a little bit. A lot of magma cubes here. There's one up this way, okay. Nothing's gonna drop down from way up there, I don't think. Yeah, I see you hopping up here. Back off, buddy. Little ways to go. Nothing big. Just a little bit. Just little ways. We are above the danger now, though, which is good. We're out of the danger zone. Out of the magma cube danger zone. There's always a danger zone in this game. Actually reminds me, once we finish this row, I forgot to write down in my handy dandy notebook what stream date today is. So today is stream number 35 on June 14th, 2026. We have a goal of 52 streams this year, and we've done 35, including today. So by the end of June, there's a good likelihood I will be at, today's Sunday, 17th, 21st. We could be at stream 40. It's very possible. More likely like 38 or 39, because, you know, it's always possible that I miss a day, especially a Wednesday. But it's a nice goal to have this year. My goal this year is, or one of my goals this year is 52 streams in 52 weeks, basically. So, averaging a stream a week. I do Wednesday streams and I do Sunday streams. Which makes it, technically, if I were to stream twice a week every week, i.e. if I were to keep my schedule 100% consistently, that would be 104 streams. So double. It's not going to be double. I've already missed a number of streams, but, you know, somewhere in the 70s, I think would be a good number to hit. But the goal is just 52. For a long time, I only did Sunday streams. I did once a week. But I brought back the Wednesday streams. It gives another, when the Wednesday streams give me another opportunity just to kind of get online and play and hang out. The different time zone as well, like not everyone can make Sundays. So the Wednesday streams are in the evening my time, 7:30 p.m. The Sunday streams are in the afternoon my time, so 1 p.m. is the start. So it gives people from different time zones an ability to tune into at least one per week, which I think is a good frequency. So gives options. Whatever this is, I don't like it. This section here, this is not fun. I do not like this. This is not what I signed up for. I mean, I did sign up for it, but it's not what I wanted. Got a big one right there. Just get rid of you. Get rid of you. Okay. Right here. Right here. We're gonna do cut it off here, maybe? Be nice if we could do that. What we want to do here, this is the edge. I hear it. I hear you somewhere. This is the, I believe this is the corner here. match that, so we're just gonna do that for now. Oh no, this isn't right. I need to go on this side. What am I doing? This all needs to go. Like right here. That's right. There we go. Get rid of these. My life a little easier. I hear something. Got these. Thank you. So we want to be here. This is the wall. Yes, this is the wall. This is the wall area, right? Oh, I hear you. Aha! I beat you. I got you. Mwahahaha. Got there just in time. So this is the wall right here. Make sure those are all standing straight up where I can. Good. Ooh. I think there's a Bailey at the door. Look at the girl right here. Come on. Hi, good morning. Hi, baby. My dog wants to play. She rolled onto her back. She's like, please, it's playtime. And she starts rubbing her back on the ground. Squirming. Hey, baby girl. What's up? What we doing? What we doing, huh? You want to leave now? You just got in here. Why do you want to leave now? Am I boring you? All right. Go ahead. You wanted to leave, so you can leave. It seemed like something you wanted to do, so you can leave. Go ahead. Be gone. Ooh, this is the edge right here. So close to finishing this part of the wall. So close. Got that little section right here that needs to get filled in. And then this section right here that needs to be excavated as well. Shouldn't take too long. See if this is floating or not. It kind of looked like it was floating. But it's floating, that does actually make it a lot easier. Might just be the lava shining through though. There we go. Clear that out. Yeah, it's floating a little bit. It's completely floating. Alright, we're good. Complete flotation. Hey Frost Felix, how's it going? Welcome in. Good to see you. Hopefully you've been well. Okay, that magma cube's on the other side of that wall as well. That would be not a fun experience right now if we didn't have that wall. Yeah, I hear you somewhere. There we go. That whole section's done now. The wall isn't extended all the way down to the lava here, but we need to fill in this section next. Do good. What about you? I'm doing good. I am doing good. All right, I need to go grab some tissues though, so I'll give me a minute or two. I'm gonna go get my water as well. And I'll be right back and we can continue. All right, wasn't quite a minute, but what, baby? I got a puppy. I got a puppy. Oh, you need scratchies? You need back scratchies? You got no attention today. You got all the attention today. Why do you need back scratchies for? What do you need back scratchies for? Huh? It's good. We're working on a wall to help with it. You want to sit here? Okay, sit on my lap. That works. My dog wants to sit on my lap right now. So here we are. If we go into the center here, we get a decent view around us. So we're working kind of on that wall. We're working on some of the digging of some things out. Puppy. We worked on that wall, so like there's a whole wall here now and a whole wall over there. that wasn't there before. Kind of feeling like a box now, like an actual perimeter, the way that I was thinking of it. So, do you want down? You want down? Is that what you want? You go down into your bed. There you go. Spin, spin, spin. And she spins and she sits. So, you can see some sore spots here, right? Some eyesores where we gotta get rid of this, and some section over here and some section over there that we're gradually working on. But for the most part, you can pretty much see the entire perimeter now pretty easily, which is nice. We'll start here next on this little section. This will be a little easy section to do. Get rid of that. There we go. Oh. Whatever my brain wants to do, I've been kind of letting it do it. Yeah, it's been a decent amount of progress. I mean, I only really work on it on these streams, which are twice a week, so looking for a little more progress, but we're getting there. There. Let's do this. Okay. There we go. Got that little section done. Anything else? Nope. Got that. There we go. I think I just heard like a wither skeleton or something. Weird. Ad break in about 45 seconds, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned the ad break earlier, but yep, it's coming up. We'll just be here digging. There we go. So that section's good to go. Right there. We can fly all the... Well, we can't fly all the way around. We can fly over to here, though. Alright, let's... I think grab this. We're gonna work on that little section there. Maybe. Perhaps. A little scared. Can I do this? Nope. I have a feeling there's a magma cube around here somewhere that's gonna drop on my head. So far, so good. Oh, one's coming towards me. Okay, that's better. Uh-oh. Not what I wanted, not what I wanted, not what I wanted. Go away. You go away. Go away. Go away. You go away. Yeah. Yes, you all go away. Aha. Whoop. Should be all back from the ads, by the way, now. Welcome back. Whoa. Okay, we're good. We're safe. We should be pretty safe now. At least for magma cubes. If we fall into lava backwards, I have a fire res potion on me, so we should be good there. I think so anyways. Get rid of you. Put the real wall in. There we go. Beautiful. We love it. Fully sealed in now. Bye bye magma cubes. Get out of here. You're done for. Got some sections down here that need walled in, but any danger of things dropping down at us in this section is now basically gone, which is good. GG. I feel like I played that a lot safer than I normally do. I'll take it. I feel like I'm getting better at, you know, being safer about things. And not, you know, not caring. There we go. Yeah, you are gonna be a problem. Thank you. Straight across here is what we need now. We probably want a sand wall that way, if we can. This will be good enough for now. Whoa. You hop very tall, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but you are no more. You know, I can go 3 high. So go a little faster, I think, if I do 3 high. Here. There we go. Got a couple more stacks and then we'll put the rest of this away. Okay, there we go. Put the rest of this away, I think it's over here, isn't it? Yeah. Enderman up here. 2 Endermen up here. Wow, these got here. Don't really care about those, thank you. Go. Water drink. And I think, all right, let's see. So we're working on this. It's something we want to get taken care of at some point, but this doesn't have to be right now. We were working on this at one point, but I think we finished parts of this. What we should probably do, I'm smart, is take care of this, because we started this a while ago. There's not a whole lot of space here. Just kind of run through this. Apparently a pickaxe can kill a magma cube, good to know. There we go. So this section over here should be what we focus on next. Do that. There we go. At least digging wise. Beautiful. How much netherrack, blackstone, basalt have you mined? It's in the hundreds of thousands. I believe netherrack is in... No, basalt, I think it's either 350 or 400,000. Netherrack's like 100, 150, I think. This is my top ones. Yeah, basalt we've hit at 400,000 officially. Netherrack's at 143. Blackstone's at 69,000. 46,000 nether bricks. That was the nether fortress that used to be here. So if you combine those in this project, we've probably mined 650,000 blocks so far. If you just add up those totals, I mean, I'm gonna guess that most of my netherrack and basalt and blackstone mining has been for this project. I think that'd be a pretty reasonable guess because I haven't really done any other projects in the nether. There's some amount of it that might have been before this, but I feel like it's reasonable to say that the majority was for this. I'm gonna fill these in. I don't want any mobs spawning in here if I can help it. It's a lot of work. We'll probably hit 1 million, you know. I mean, total we'll definitely hit 1 million before it's all over, but I think it'd be interesting to hit like 1 million basalt before this is all over. I think that would be a crazy number. And then there's the number placed as well. If we were to, let's just do this, fill this in, get a nice smooth wall here. If we were to do items, I think it's times used. Times used. No? Yes? Maybe not. We've placed 18,000 basalt and 14,000 netherrack, which is pretty cool. I've picked up 358,000 basalt, but I've mined 400,000, which is interesting. It's just like a whole like 40,000 somewhere that I just didn't pick up, or just went into lava or something. I haven't dropped a whole lot, which is interesting. Guess I keep all of it, huh? You know, I was just thinking about this as I was looking at the stats. Once I finish this row, I'll go back at the stats. I'm curious how many wither skeletons I've killed at this point, because we're at 5. Well, what we currently have in our storage system for the wither skeleton farm is 5 stacks of wither skulls, roughly. We're like 3 short of that or something. Plus the ones that are in the item sorter, which is like 40. Plus I've made, I don't even know how many beacons. A lot. Can I say times crafted? How many beacons have we crafted? Which one's crafted? This one? Beacons are here somewhere. We've crafted 19 beacons. I've got... So 19 beacons, that's 3 skulls per, that's 57 skulls used. Plus, yeah, so we've probably gotten a total of close to 6.5 stacks of skulls. I would go to wither skeletons. I've killed over 7,000 wither skeletons. I wonder what that drop rate is then.
They wanted to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of wither skeleton skulls. This takes, wait, if I do the math, 64 times 6.5, 416. Let's call it 7730. Wait, no, if I do this. 7732 divided by 416. So I've gotten 1 skull for every 18.5 wither skeletons I've killed. It's 2.5% without looting 3. And what about with looting 3? 1 divided by 18.5. Because right now we're at a drop rate of like 5.5%. 5.5? Yeah.
Try it. There's a specific flavor I'm getting out of this. Kind of either or a combination of grenadine and maraschino cherry.
Yeah. It kind of tastes like my wife just handed me a Olipop called, what's it called?
Dr. Goodwin.
Dr. Goodwin, which is probably a lot like Dr. Pepper. Kind of tastes like Dr. Pepper.
It's more like maraschino forward.
It kind of tastes like, this is gonna be kind of weird, But for some reason, when I tasted that, I thought of like, do you remember those? Did you ever go to the bank as a kid, and they gave you lollipops?
I mean, yeah, but normally it was like Dum Dums.
We didn't have Dum Dums. We had like, I didn't even know what brand it was. They didn't have a brand on it. And there were different flavors. I feel like that was one of the flavors.
See, at my parents' offices growing up, they normally had like a bowl of hard candy, and there were two that were my favorites. There were the hard butterscotch candy that I really loved.
Mm.
And then, do you know the strawberry ones that were like, the wrapping looked like a strawberry? And it was like a hard candy on the outside, but it was also kind of like chewy or gooey on the inside.
I don't think I ever had that.
Those are good.
5.5, looked it up. So we're getting basically the rates. We're getting 5.5, 5.5%. 1 out of every 18 or so,
This tastes like what?
which is good.
This tastes like when you would mix Coke with the cherry moonshine.
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of. And that was more of a maraschino cherry. So. Okay, that's all. I just wanted you to try it because I was intrigued. It's definitely not quite Dr. Pepper.
No, it's not Dr. Pepper.
The Poppy Dr. Pepper one is better than this, in my opinion. The Poppy Dr. Pepper dupe is better.
Well, I mean, is this really meant to be a Dr. Pepper dupe?
I think so. In the same way that they have like Mountain Rush, which is supposed to be like Mountain Dew.
Well, my thoughts is like, is it a dupe or is it like a play on it?
Maybe it's a play on it, but it's not similar enough, I feel like, for most people to really see.
I don't
them
even.
as the same.
You should- you mentioned Mountain Dew. I can't even remember the last time I had Mountain Dew. I'll be honest. I don't even know if I remember what Mountain Dew tastes like.
I mean, I think I remember what it tastes like. I haven't had it in a long time.
I'm not a real gamer anymore.
Well, because senior year when I was helping out at the one lab, some of the other people there really liked Mountain Dew, so I drank a fair amount of that during that time period.
Yeah, most of my Mountain Dew consumption was in high school.
And senior year of high school.
Does Mountain Dew have caffeine in it? I feel like it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's highly caffeinated.
Okay. Because good. I just want to make. Oh, I thought so, but I wanted to make sure before I said anything, because I'm pretty sure we used to use it as like caffeine, basically.
I believe it's more caffeinated than like a Coke or a Pepsi or something.
If I needed to stay up late to do schoolwork, Mountain Dew generally is what we would drink. So. I'm pretty sure she saw your message, by the way, and I don't think she said hi back, but pretty sure she saw. What is happening here? So I appreciate you just saying hi. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. I don't even know if the wall is supposed to go all the way over here, but we're gonna make it go all the way over here. Because why not? Let's do it. Do these too high. Yeah, I think that's right. I will finish this section here, I think. Almost done with this section of wall. Let's go. My dog. What breed is my dog? I'm guessing you're asking. I don't know what else it would be, but just making sure. She's not here right now. She's a miniature Schnauzer technically, although I think she's technically toy size. She is almost 3.5 years old now. She was born in February of 2023. Schnauzers are terriers, so they have all the things that terriers have. But they're known for being loud, for sure. They can be very cute, though. They are actually a very common dog for people to have. At least from what I've seen. Not as popular as some other breeds, but they're not like an exotic breed, I would necessarily say. Trying to think what else. Yeah, she's really loud. Schnauzers were originally bred to be rat killers on farms. They were farm dogs originally, but they were originally bred to be rat killers. So she has all those characteristics. For sure. Very energetic. Everybody always notices how energetic she is. Like I said, barks a lot. Very common. Very stubborn dog. As most Schnauzers are. But they're typically pretty stubborn. They might be German. I don't quite remember, to be honest. That would make sense, but I don't quite remember. I guess you need to get rid of some of this stuff. Easy wait for your song is on. Beautiful. Yeah, so she's toy size, which means she's about... weight-wise, she's about 8.5 pounds. So she's tiny. I sometimes jokingly call her Killer because of how, like, ferocious her barking can be. Most people just laugh at her, to be honest. She's so tiny that it's just, like, comical how much she barks. That's the general vibe I get from people. When she starts barking, they just laugh. So Yeah, I mean it's in part small dog syndrome, right? So at least what I call it. It's just, you know, tiny dog problems. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it, just because for small dogs, everything is bigger than them. So there's a certain amount of like fear. Schnauzers are known to some degree to be, you know, I say barks a lot, but to some degree to be reactive. They're a harder dog to train because they're more easily prone to being reactive. Both the breed and the smaller versions of it specifically, but the breed as well. Our dog does not, you will know when a dog passes by our house because she will literally scream. Like, she'll sit on the couch, look out the window, and scream. We've been slowly training her to, like, not get rid of the behavior, because that's really hard to do, but reduce it to the point where, you know, if we tell her to get off the couch, she gets off the couch and pays attention to us and doesn't, you know, keep barking and whining or whatever. She's definitely a very loud dog. My neighbor remarked to me yesterday that she hasn't heard our dog in a while. Our neighbor across the street has a dog, and so whenever they walk past our front window, Bailey tends to make some amount of noise. I think because she knows the dog across the street. It went from at first being like a very like loud bark to being just more of a like a low, kind of a low growl. She likes the dog across the street. They get along very well, so it's not like they hate each other. I think it was the matter of she just sees a dog and she wants to play. The dog was born. Family always had dogs. Moved to a flat where landlord's dogs live. My mom were big and quiet if alone. Pack, they were loud. My mom had a small one. She's always screaming. Do you know what kind of small dog your landlord has? Also, ad's about to start, so I may have to wait till afterwards. But because there are some smaller dogs that are more prone to it than others as well. Schnauzers are more prone to being louder, for instance. Chihuahuas are the worst of the small dogs. So ads are going, ads are moving. There we go. Welcome back from the ads. If you had ads. We're just chilling, we're hanging out, we're digging. Slow and steady wins the race when it comes to these things, you know. Talked about it, I think, in Wednesday's stream, but just a matter of small actions consistently produce a big effect. Small one is Terrier, and the big one is a 140-pound Cane Corso. Really cool. I think for a lot of people, Cane Corsos look menacing, and they're not. The Terrier family of dogs, so there's a bunch of breeds within that, but can definitely be very, very loud. There's a big baby, yeah. I mean, most bigger dogs are fine. I mean, there are bigger dogs. People are more afraid of bigger dogs because there's more of a cost to them being aggressive. Right, like a 140-pound dog barking or being more aggressive is worse than a 8, 10, 20-pound dog. But a lot of the bigger dogs are typically better behaved for any number of reasons. One, they get more training, but two, like I was talking about with small dog syndrome, right? They're just bigger, and so there's less things for them to be afraid of. So. But they're always the biggest sweethearts. While rolling on his back, so he scratches his belly and he's laying in the grass. Yep. There have been some more viral reels recently about Cane Corsos. I think it was on Instagram. Maybe it was on. I don't get on TikTok, but I wonder if it originally came on TikTok. More people were talking about him. They're a lot friendlier than people think. They just look menacing to some people. So. The reason we got, so I never grew up a dog person. My dad has historically had a very relatively strong dislike of just dogs in general. It's not as big of a deal now. He actually, like, they have a dog now, and I say they. My brother lives with my parents. My brother has a dog, and so I think my dad's warmed up to it a lot more. But growing up, I never had a dog. We had 2 cats. That's all my dad. My dad was like, we get the 2 cats and that's it. My wife grew up with dogs, and she had a Schnauzer before the dog we got. Her family had a Schnauzer. Her parents actually also have a Schnauzer. Their previous dog, after the previous dog passed away, they waited a couple years and then got a. Wasn't sure. I don't know if they were gonna get another dog or not, but they did end up getting another dog. And so she grew up more of like a dog person. But we got a small dog, and a lot of the reason we got a small dog is because my wife said she needs to be able to control the dog, and a much larger dog, if something were to go wrong, like a dog that is closer to her body weight, she didn't feel comfortable being able to control the dog, so that's why we got a smaller dog. But even within, you know, small dogs, every dog's a little bit different, because some small dogs are like super passive and some small dogs are super barky. My in-laws, their dog came from the same place that our dog came from. They both came from a breeder. They're like, I think their dog is like a year older than ours, roughly. But their dog, even though their dog barks more and is a Schnauzer, is still relatively calm and quiet for any number of reasons. I mean, I think I contribute to a couple things, but one of the largest things that plays into it is temperament. Our dog has a lot more energy than their dog has, just in general, as well as the fact that we've like, I feel like to some degree we've probably played with our dog a little bit more. So their dogs got a little more used to like not barking at things and not getting a whole bunch of stimulation, and just kind of got used to it. And part of that's temperament, I think. The third thing is when we got our dog, we got our dog living in a place that was fairly populated versus her parents live in a quieter area. Well, where we live now is pretty quiet now, but when we got our dog, her early years were very much spent in a much more populated area, which can be kind of overwhelming. So I'm sure part of it is that. So, live in the countryside, a forest community with 6 houses surrounded with fields and forests. They're outside the whole night as guard dogs. Wow, actual guard dog is crazy. We joke about our dog being a guard dog, although our dog is more of an alarm system than a guard dog. Our dog doesn't have much of a survival instinct, so I don't know how good of a guard dog she would really be, but let's go this way. There we go. All right, y'all. I think that is where we're gonna wrap today. 2.5, 3 hour stream. I think it's been a good one. Got a lot of these walls in, which is nice. We spent a lot of time digging out some areas and making a lot of progress there. So, can imagine living without dogs. Longest I've pet a dog in my life had to be 2 weeks on holiday. My mom gave shelter to dogs that needed it. Most of them we gave away after they were healthy, but in our prime we had 8. Wow. We called ours. In December there were 5 left, not only 1. They were family to us. It's really hard for me to cut. Hard for me because the only one left is the youngest, but he's 10 now. Yeah, wow. It's the youngest, and he's 10 now. That's crazy. Yeah, the only pets I've ever had are the 2 cats I had growing up and our dog now. So that's a lot of dogs though. I'm sure they've all had good lives and had good homes, so it sounds like so. All right, y'all. Almost would have turned 16 in September. That's crazy. I don't know how old our dog's gonna end up being. She's a smaller dog. Smaller dogs can last a little longer. Schnauzers can last a little longer too. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Could be a decade. Could be 2 decades. Who knows? Dogs don't really last 20 years, but You never know. But yeah. I'm going to wrap it up there. For anyone who came through Boz's raid earlier, I appreciate y'all sticking around. Come through the raid. I'll put some links down in chat if you are at all curious. What the other things I do, or keeping track of the streams or anything like that, the links are down in chat there. I highly recommend checking those things out. All these stream VODs, they only last so long on Twitch. So I have a YouTube channel. It's called Fire's Archive, where I upload all my stream VODs. They're not fancy, they don't have fancy thumbnails or titles or whatever, but at least they're stored somewhere. So we can always go back and look at them years down the line. So, yeah. If you ever miss anything, the archive channel is the place to be. So, big dogs but long living breed, nice. So, anyways, that is where we're gonna wrap it up, y'all. I appreciate you being here. I'll see you all Wednesday. Yeah, I will see you all Wednesday. If not Wednesday, I will see you Sunday. We're live twice a week. Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So, hope to see you back there. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great day.